Thank you very much, Alan. And good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at Eyecelerator, and I'd like to thank the organizers for having us. As I introduce our company and development program, I'd like to start with what is most important to us at Alkeus, and that is our clear sense of purpose: to preserve the sight of individuals impacted by retinal disease, like Miles here on this picture. Our initial focus is Stargardt's, and our goal is to bring a much-needed therapeutic option to this community. Stargardt is a rare genetic condition that causes progressive vision loss, and it is the most common form of inherited juvenile macular dystrophy. Our investigational therapy, gilretinol, is a once-daily oral that is designed to address specifically a primary mechanism of disease. And this is a fundamental point from which stems the safety and efficacy profile we have seen to date. We have agreed with FDA and EMA on our global phase 3 study, which we've initiated in the US. So we're focusing on the primary mechanism of disease, namely the toxic accumulation of vitamin A dimers in the retina. As we know, an adequate level of vitamin A in the retina is required for healthy vision. In the case of Stargardt's, pathogenic variants in the ABCA4 gene leads to an impaired transport of vitamin A. As a result, vitamin A accumulates and forms dimers, and those dimers are toxic for the cells of the retina. This mechanism is also implicated in GA. Gilretinol was designed to address specifically this issue. It is a new molecular entity that is recognized, metabolized by the body as if it were natural vitamin A. But in the retina, it drastically reduces dimerization. Importantly, it's not a visual cycle modulator. It doesn't alter uptake of vitamin A in the retina. And this is why we have the potential to see efficacy without side effects of the visual cycle. We have studied gilretinol across the full spectrum of Stargardt's disease. And we have shown, or gilretinol has demonstrated to date, a clear potential to slow progression of disease across all disease stages. We've evaluated the rate of growth of atrophic lesions, easy area loss, as well as functional outcomes. In particular, in a cohort of early-stage Stargardt disease patients, so those are patients with early signs of maculopathy but no complaints of visual impairment, we've seen stabilization of BCVA. We've also seen a clear potential for functional benefit when looking at low luminance visual acuity, and this has been consistent across all studies where LLVA was measured. LLVA is a key secondary endpoint in our global phase 3 study. Turning now to safety, gilretinol has demonstrated a consistent and favorable safety and tolerability profile, and this is across all clinical studies to date. I want to highlight that we've treated 400 patients to date, from age 8 to age 93, for a duration starting as young as 8 years old, and for a duration as long as 7 years and counting. Consistent with our mechanism of action, there have been no reports of chromatopsia, dark adaptation delays, or night blindness. So what's next? Well, we're very excited about our global phase 3 study, North Star, that we have initiated in the US and that we're expanding globally. It is the largest interventional study in Stargardt's, and it's been designed to support regulatory approvals globally, also to inform the use of gilretinol as a potential standard of care, of course subject to regulatory approval. North Star is a global, multi-center, randomized, double-masked, placebo-controlled trial that will seek to enroll 230 patients at the advanced stage of disease, so they have a lesion at baseline. And this is across US, Europe, Australia, and Japan. Our primary endpoint is the rate of growth of atrophic lesions from month 6 to 24, and our key secondary endpoint is low luminance visual acuity. We've also included 2 strata for age and baseline lesion size, and we have the option for an interim analysis once a certain number of patients reach 2 years, and that could potentially support earlier filing. With this study, gilretinol will have the most comprehensive clinical data set across Stargardt disease, and we're very excited about the potential to bring this therapy to the community, again, subject to regulatory approval, and to establish a standard of care. Thank you very much.